I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
I'm unbeatable. Couple minutes on the score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stock, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
Good evening and welcome to the British Basketball League YouTube channel and to all of our viewers in North America. So far this season, it's 1-1 in the series between Leicester and Sheffield. But recent form isn't so evenly balanced. The Riders are on a 4-game winning streak, whereas the Sharks have lost 3 on the bounce. Seeing who will extend which streak is your commentary team of Tahir Hajat and London Lion Jordan Taylor.
Thank you very much, Jeanette. Leicester arrive at the Mattioli Arena as one of the in-form teams in the league. After a stuttering start to the season, they are 6-1 in their last 7 and are up to 4th in the British Basketball League Championship. They are timing their run in the playoffs to perfection. Rob Paternostro knows what he is doing. The Riders have finished in either top or second place in the Championship every year since 2015. Tonight, they face the Braun Sheffield Sharks, whose form has taken a sharp downturn. They are 3-7 in their last 10. After a strong start to the season, they are now looking to do what few coaches have done, as Coach Atiba hopes to secure his 150th away win in the league. Welcome, British Basketball League Championship action. The Leicester Riders taking on the Braun Sheffield Sharks. My name is Tahir Hajat, and joining me today, a man who knows a thing or two about hooping, man like JT, and this guy is a baller.
Oh, beautiful pass from JT. Why not? Why not?
We love it, Jordan Taylor.
Handoff with Taylor. Taylor, Hail Mary. Oh, baby!
Well, that makes me want to play. What about you?
No, I'm right where I need to be today. You know, I love hooping every night, but I need this break. We had like 50-some games, so I'm happy to be right here next to you, man.
Well, look, we got a great game here Friday night. The Leicester Riders taking on the Sheffield Sharks. How do you see this one going?
This should be a great game. Leicester's going one way, Sheffield's going the other. For Leicester, it's about pace and space. For Sheffield, it's about getting good shots, but it should be a good matchup tonight.
Well, look, we're going to take a look at the British Basketball League Championship standings, because everybody is pretty much in the mix. Apart from the London Lions, though, of course, if they take victory and Cheshire lose on Sunday, in record time, they will take the title of the league standings. But from Cheshire onwards, anything could happen.
Anything could happen. Cheshire seems to have a chokehold on that second spot, but Leicester's creeping up on them. A big win tonight, and they will see each other on Sunday, so that's going to be fun to watch as well.
Well, let's take a look at some of the results and fixtures coming up. Yesterday on Sky Sports Live, Caledonia taking on the Surrey Scorchers 84-75. They took victory. It's already tipped off. The Plymouth City Patriots taking on the Newcastle Eagles. We'll give you updates on that. 4-4 early scores on the doors. Of course, Riders taking on the Sharks very, very shortly. On Saturday, the Surrey Scorchers take on the Manchester Giants. Bristol Flyers take on the London Lions. Plymouth City Patriots take on the Riders. And the Lions team will be sitting in an apartment somewhere waiting to see if Cheshire can overcome Caledonia, and if they can't, there'll be some celebrations, I'm sure, in London, without a doubt. JT, are you looking forward to that night?
Big celebration. Something, anytime you get to win a championship. We fell short on the first one, obviously, this year. Another opportunity to get some hardware, so that'll be exciting when it comes to fruition.
Well, we got some more analysis coming up, so make sure you join us right after the break. Welcome back. British Basketball League Championship action on a Friday night here in the UK. Big welcome to all our viewers, especially those in North America joining us. My name is Tahir Hadja alongside Jordan Taylor. We're getting ready for a big game. Leicester Riders taking on the Sheffield Sharks. It's time to look at our ones to watch, starting with Teddy Buckets Allen.
Teddy Allen, man, he is exciting to watch. He's been like a Ferrari in the British Basketball League, averaging 24 and 6 in just 7 games. He's atop the All-Star voting. I don't know if that says more about us as players or more about him. I'm gonna go with him. He's been really fun to watch and put a jolt of energy for Leicester so far.
Well, if you're a scorer, you need someone to put the ball in your hands. Kimble be nimble, Kimble McKenzie.
Kimble McKenzie, quintessential point guard. If Teddy Allen is the Ferrari, Kimble McKenzie is the engine that goes inside. He makes Leicester go. He's a dying breed when it comes to the point guard position. And for Leicester, he is their mainstay. When they need a bucket, they go to him. When they need a play, they go to him. He gets everybody involved.
Well, Sheffield Sharks, they need a spark. Jalen Pipkins, can he set this team on fire?
Jalen Pipkins started the season off ablaze. As you mentioned, 18 points a game, had Sheffield Sharks rolling and rocking. Hit a little snag, back injury. He's been moving a little slow, been hampered, but that pop has looked like it started to come back this past weekend against London. So look for him to build on the second half he had there.
A new addition to the Sharks. He'd been pouring in points until he ran into the London Lions. Can he do it tonight? Malik Green.
Malik Green is a really talented player, definitely unique for this league. He's 6'6", forward, 3'4", can push the ball, can play in the post, averaged 20 and 10 his first 3 games out, and then ran into a tough matchup in Dante Grantham, which, you know, everybody has a tough time with Dante. So look for Malik Green to get back in form, get back to his scoring ways, and that'll be a fun matchup between him and Teddy Allen.
Well, if you joined us earlier on, we spoke about Coach Rob Paternostro and his ability to stay up in the standings, finishing first and second every year since 2015. They're on a run of form right now, though, JT.
They're on a run of form, 6 out of their last 7. As you mentioned, Rob Paternostro is maybe definitely one of the best coaches in the league. The way he can put pressure on your defense with his tactics and his sets, you always are guessing what's going to come next. There's a lot of misdirection, and like you said, he had a bit of a snag. Guys got injured, had to let a couple players go, but now he's got those guys rocking and rolling, and it should be fun to watch tonight.
Atiba Lyons, he's having a tough time at the moment. What can he do to help turn things around when you're in this situation?
Also a great coach, and he showed that. It's when you're in that situation, when you're losing games, and same thing, they've had injuries, so he's done a great job at mixing and matching, and now once he gets Jalen Pipkins back to his pop and getting them playing in transition, out in transition, get steals.
Well, I hear you, JT. No worries, man. Let's see how the starting 5 will line up right now for both of these teams, starting with the Leicester Riders. This is how they'll start things off. Kimble McKenzie at the point, Mo Walker at center, Jaron Holmes, Samuel Idowu, and Teddy Buckets Allen, the starting 5 for the Leicester Riders. And for their opponents today, the Braun Sheffield Sharks, this is how they will start. Bennett Cook at center, Jordan Ratinho, DeVille Ramsey at the point, GB basketball call-up for number 1, RJ Eitel-Rock, and at number 3, Malik Green. Well, let's hear from the coaches now what they had to say ahead of today's game. The stat is you haven't finished in any other position than first and second since 2015. Lots of games left to play, but heading in the right direction, Rob.
Oh, yeah, you know, we've been playing good basketball, no doubt. 6 out of 7 in league play, and, you know, it's been nice to see. And, you know, we've won on the road as well. You know, our home form has been pretty good most of the season. But over the last few weeks, we've definitely picked up some road wins. So everybody feeling pretty good right now.
Well, I thought we played better basketball the second time we saw London last week. You know, I just want to build off that. We're having some issues as far as just injuries, consistency of personnel, just trying to get a rhythm as a team. And starting to see the end of that now, starting to see daylight a little bit, and guys are getting comfortable with each other, and it's starting to look better every day in practice. We're going to carry that over on the playing court.
They're a tough team. They got a lot of guys that have won games in this league, and, you know, obviously 2 games in London, two games versus London in a row, so that's going to be a challenge. So we know it's a tough game, just like a lot of these games in this league. It's going to be a tough game just about every night.
Oh, they shoot the ball at a high clip, you know, very aggressive in transition. And defensively, they're pretty like for like, so they fly around, switch a lot. But offensively is where they do their damage for sure.
Just got to make sure we're patient on defense. I think it's very important for us to, you know, play good defense for long periods, and we got to protect the paint. They put the ball in there a lot. You know, they put the ball in the post a lot, so we got to make sure that we're helping down there and protecting, and, you know, continue to share the ball on the offensive end.
we're going to try to limit them to some easy looks at three-point line, try to keep them out of transition. But to be honest with you, so that old cliche about it's about us. Like you said, we've been playing great. We have to just get our rhythm and get an identity back.
Well, there you heard from the head coaches. Leicester really gave a great showing against the Sheffield Sharks the last time they played, put 100+ points past them. You looking to see if something similar like that happens tonight?
Yeah, definitely. But one thing that actually stood out to me was Coach Paternostro mentioned patience on defense. A lot of times you hear patience on offense. But what he means by that is, once you're getting a stop, it's 8-10 seconds into the shot clock. Don't gamble, just stay patient, force tough shots, and that allows you to get out in transition, allows you to get good shots and get pace and space, get layups on the other end. And for Sheffield, it's going to be all about trying to manufacture good shots. They play a lot of set offense. So for them, again, to look to Jalen Pipkins to be really aggressive, getting the paint, and Bennett Cook early.
Well, why do you think that some of their players have underperformed this season? I know Atiba Lyon spoke about injury and trying to bounce back from some of these tough challenges, but they've been off the sizzle a little bit, some of their players.
Yeah, I think, Rodney Glasgow was out with an Achilles injury or coming back, but I think they had a good amount of talent. So for them, it was, when you have that much talent, it's also a gift and a curse. Sometimes you're going with egos. You have to figure out who's going to score, who's going to do this. So I think that's been a struggle for them at times. And then for Jalen Pipkins, it's been injury for sure.
Well, tip-off is just around the corner. Friday night basketball in Leicester. Make sure you join us right after the break. We are ready to get underway at the Mattioli Arena in Leicester, England. Simon Hunsworth, Josh Bowe and David Griffin are the officials in charge of today's action. We're looking forward to this great game here in the British Basketball League Championship. My name is Tahi Hajar, alongside London Lions captain Jordan Taylor, as the Sheffield Sharks are on the road to take on the Leicester Riders. An early doors knocked out of play for Riders ball.
Yeah, no jump ball winner there. I got technically Leicester won, but by default, we'll take that. But interesting to start the game in the half court. For Sheffield, they need to take Kimball McKenzie out of the game. Teddy Allen, as we mentioned, is a scorer, but Kimball McKenzie, if you take him off the ball, there's not really anybody to get them into sets.
Well, here's that man himself, Teddy Allen. Gets his own rebound as well. Driving to the rack, caught in trouble, firing it up. No friendly bounce, and a rebound now for the Sheffield Sharks.
Sheffield has to make sure they clean up the glass. Hasn't been a strength for them all year. But they have to make sure to keep Leicester off the offensive glass. But even that first possession, you saw was Kimball McKenzie, the one who found Mo Walker in the short roll and forced the help to create the shot for Teddy Allen. Great look to start the game for Leicester.
In the post now with Green and a travel violation call. It's Friday night, but not time to shuffle your feet yet in the club.
Not for them, but maybe after this, me and you could go do something, man, because I'm trying to get outside. I ain't been outside in a while, you know?
You've got a game tomorrow, JT. The league is on the line. What you talking about?
We got a game, but then we got a week off after that, so don't even worry about it, man. I'm capable.
Here's Mo Walker. Can he open up the scoring? No, he can't. Rebound for Green. Sharks.
You see the intention early from Leicester is to get Kimball McKenzie in the pick and roll, get Bennett Cook moving his feet early. Two good looks from Leicester early, as there's Jordan Ratinho getting downhill.
Jordan Ratinho fouled in the act of shooting. 2 shots to come for him.
Jordan Ratinho has done a great job at using his strengths to help some of his weaknesses. You know, he's a great shooter. As you see guys flying, I'm trying to run him off the line.
Well, as he takes those free throws, time to update you in the other British Basketball League Championship game. A shot lead for the Plymouth City Patriots. They're riding at the bottom of the table, but they're up 22-14 against the Newcastle Eagles. We said anything can happen in this league.
Anything can happen, and Plymouth is a tough place to play. That's a really unique gym. It's like an auditorium. It gets loud in that place, and when they get there, when they get going and their fans get rocking, it's a tough place to turn it around, as we found out early in the year.
Well, it is geo-restricted for some viewers, but if you can, check out the British Basketball League YouTube channel, TikTok and Twitch if you want to see that game. But we open up the score for Leicester with Samuel Idowu for 3.
Samuel Idowu showing the range in his game, something that normally is not a strength of his, but only 30% on the year, but a great baseline drive.
He was in talks about being part of the GB basketball team, and he was about to show us why he was one of the top candidates, but of course, due to the naturalized rule, it's very challenging to pick from some of the great talents we have in this league that have dual nationalities.
Yeah, a lot of great up-and-coming players and already established players in the British Basketball League. Here's one right here in Kimball McKenzie, but Samuel Idowu coming off of a big game, 20-12 against Plymouth, picking up where he left off at.
Well, here he is, back with possession, mid-range jumper, rolls in and out. Jordan Ratinho's hit a big 3 on the other end, has all 5 of the Sheffield Sharks points. Green, back to Ratinho, starting off on fire, can't get that one to go. Green, big offensive rebound, and Bennett Cook, strong to the rack.
If you're the coaches of both teams, you love how this game has started. Both teams are getting really good looks. Outside of that fadeaway from Samuel Idowu, that's not the best look. You want great defense there from Malik Green. But Leicester is one of the most efficient teams in the league for a reason. And if you're Sheffield, this is what you love to see, creating offense from defense.
Oh, the blocking foul is called. And I believe it will be called on, I think it's Teddy Allen there, a little push in the back. And Malik Green following that up. Not the cleanest of jams at the rim, but gets the job done. Gets to the line for a chance to go 10-3 ahead in this game, 7:17 on the clock in the first. As Green will convert, and the Tiber Lions will be thinking positively about this.
Thinking really positively about this. You're getting really good shots. You got Malik Green going now after struggling against London, only 4 points a game. And that's exactly what we talked about at the start of the game. Leicester starting a little bit slow, and when that happens, who gets them going? It's Kimball McKenzie.
And one, better count it, referee Kimball McKenzie. He's going to go to the free throw line now. The thing is whatever team it is, we see Plymouth City Patriots, they're up big so far in this game, and Sheffield had a chance to now add more points onto the board. It doesn't really matter because teams can come up behind you, catch you whilst you're sleeping in a quarter, and the game becomes competitive once again. As RJ Eitel-Rock has possession, uses the screen, step back triple. RJ Eitel-Rock, that's what he does.
Great shot from RJ Eitel-Rock. He's been struggling with this shot as of late, so that's a great shot for him to get into rhythm. You see Kimball McKenzie being aggressive again, thought he got fouled there.
He's got the ball in possession. Rock now, can he get an assist? Yes, he can. Green inside, finishing for 2. And an early timeout called by Rob Paternostro with 6:36 on the clock. Is it a case of Leicester just not taking their opportunities, JT?
No, I think they've missed a couple early looks, but they're getting good shots. They're not getting back on defense. So I think if you're Coach Lyons, this is kind of what you envisioned at the start of the season. You run opportunistically because Leicester likes to run at you. So the way that you counteract a team that likes to run at you is you get stops, you flip it around, and you run right back at them, and that's kind of their weakness.
I mean, Sheffield Sharks aren't the team that we associate with fast break points, though.
Absolutely not, but actually they're second in the league in steals at 8 steals a game, and the first time they're split the season series with Leicester, the game they won 23 points off of turnovers. So that's something that they have to look to do again. Be opportunistic. You have a guy like Braun Ramsey who can get out in transition, a guy like Malik Green who's fast and can outrun guys, and that's what you've seen so far.
Well, look, you know, you spoke about turnovers there. Leicester against Caledonia in their last game started with quite a few turnovers as well.
Yeah, Leicester, and both these teams are really good about taking care of the ball. Sheffield is 12 turnovers a game. That's first in the league. Leicester only 13.8. That's fourth in the league. Both these coaches stress efficiency and being responsible with the ball. But Leicester can get a little careless at time, and that comes because they only have one pure ball handler in Kimball McKenzie.
RJ Eitel-Rock opening his bank account off the screen. Step back. Mo Walker ain't closing out. RJ Eitel-Rock lights out.
Both these teams, both these coaches stressing putting the big and picking both bigs and pick and roll early. Mo Walker, I've gotten a chance to play against Mo for a long time. Back to my college days, he was a heck of a player in Minnesota, where I'm from. Crosstown rival. I went to Wisconsin. Heck of a player, still is, but not the most nimble on his feet, as neither is Bennett Cook in the pick and roll. So that seems to be a point of attack for both sides.
McKenzie is looking baseline. Here's the foul is called on Ratinho. Not quick enough to get his chest in front of Allen as he turns the corner. And that means it's a Leicester Riders possession out of bounds. No call the offense. Kimball McKenzie asserting his instructions on his teammates. Straight out into Teddy Allen. He looked at the three. Nice pass back from Mo Walker. And that's a great play from the Riders.
That's actually not even a play, really. That's just all Teddy Allen. He's really good at moving, and as big as he is, you know, he goes up into a shot, gets rid of it, keeps moving, gets it back. So really good teamwork by then. And the ATO after, that's what we talked about, Coach Patinastro being good at making it tough on teams, that hammer screen in the corner to draw the foul.
Devell Ramsey, right-handed floater, 2 feet in the paint. Devell Ramsey, part of the USA national team as a junior. As his years have progressed, he's in professional basketball now here in the UK. The foul is called on the arm, end-line ball for the Leicester Riders. The foul called on Devell Ramsey. And substitution checking in is Duke Shelton replacing Mo Walker. And without Myron Thomas tonight, we're used to seeing that rotation be Mo Walker coming out, Samuel Adowu coming in. But tonight, they're going to have to get Duke Shelton into the game early.
Yeah, and Duke Shelton, highly capable player, brings you a lot of similar things that Mo Walker does. But Myron Thomas brings you a defender and an offensive presence that you miss. It's a great action out of the end line, out of bounds.
Samuel Adowu bags of space.
Samuel Adowu found himself wide open, but guess who set that screen? Kimball McKenzie off the inbound, doing a great job, doing things that don't normally get credit, you don't normally get credit for.
You're going to get your Kimball McKenzie badge today, Jordan Taylor. That's for sure.
Listen, Kimball McKenzie is a really fun player to play against because he's a competitor. Like I said, he's kind of a dying breed. He just does everything that you would want out of a player, especially if you're a coach.
Well, Malik Green, he's got his 7th point of the game as Jaron Holmes straight to the bucket for 2.
That's what he brings. Get downhill, capable three-point shooter, but he's a big body. 4 years in the Big 12 at Iowa State. He's tough to keep out of the lane.
Bennett Cook to swing through, one hard dribble. Samuel Adowu couldn't get his foot to the baseline, so the foul is called. And we're going to have a quick break here in Leicester. The score is 12-19. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you stick with us. We'll be back shortly. There's Coach Rob Paternostro. His team's not hard to gauge, but they're not in trouble at this point. As the Sheffield Sharks, though, try to cause some tension for Rob Paternostro and his Leicester Riders team. His Malik Green step back triple. Oh my goodness, JT.
Malik Green got it going early, 10 early points. But again, that's what happens. He got an early rebound off the fast break, another transition, early layup off the fast break, another transition layup. Now he's in rhythm.
Here's Samadowu battling against him. Well, the buzzer sounds there. They can't get the offensive rebound, the Riders. Here's Prentice Nixon. He pulls up mid-range for two, and it's everything in the Sharks' favor at this moment in time.
Everything in the Sharks' favor, but they're in a great rhythm. They're playing good basketball. They're playing fast. They're moving the ball, and that's exactly what Coach Lyons has probably had, like I said, envisioned for them all season.
A little bit of a soft foul there. Really, Nixon bumping into him, but here's Malik Green. As mentioned, 10 points already in this game. He's got 4 rebounds, 2 assists as well.
And if he's doing that, the crossover step back, that's nasty. That's a little Luka Doncic-esque, you know what I'm saying? We got to show love out here. Why you laughing? We got to show love out here.
Hey, listen, Luka Magic. I'm all for more Luka Magic. We love European basketball. Kimball McKenzie for 3. Knocked out El Capitan.
Kimball McKenzie, you're going to get your badge by the end of the night, too. Talk about showing love. That man always makes a big shot when necessary. He's at it again.
RJ Eitel-Rock skips across now to Ratinho. Bennett Cook at a high post. Now Green one-on-one with TJ Lal, who's checked into the game. Body fake to the right hand. Gets his own rebound, and it is a Riders ball. A little bit scrappy on that play there, Jay.
Yeah, that was a great defense by TJ Lal. Malik Green loves going over that left shoulder to the right. I was thinking as he's backing him down, they got to bring the double. But he did a great job at holding up, and then Teddy Allen a great job to come over and help on the rebound.
TJ Lal, he's one of the unsung heroes. As Sheffield Sharks are in the bonus, and Teddy Allen is fouled, and he's on the line. One of the unsung heroes for the Leicester Riders, Canadian, British national. He's really made a difference coming off the bench, and when he's on form, they can really stack up the points.
Yeah, he brings a lot. He brings an athlete that can kind of slash and break down closeouts off of weak side pick and roll action, and also has a little bit of a funky release on his shot, but it's effective. So he's shooting 51% from 3 on the year. Really good contributions from him this year.
2 for 2 from the line. It's a 7-point game. The Sheffield Sharks out on the floor right now. Kipper Nichols. This is it with the Sheffield Sharks team. You think about the names that are in their squad, they do go deep. And we've just been waiting for them all to hit form at the right time together as Nichols finds a little bit of room. And that was tipped in, I believe, by Law, right?
It looked like Kipper Nichols actually got his left hand on it after, but either way, it's 2 points for Sheffield, and that's some of the new action that Atiba Lyons has put in. Some of that Princeton action with the UCLA screen is really tough to guard. You see Duke Shelton
raising the roof in Leicester, early doors for him. I wouldn't say it was that spectacular, but you take it, big jam inside the paint for the big fella.
Yeah, that's what you love. And again, here it is again, same play. They ran this play against us a lot. It's Princeton action into a UCLA screen, which is really tough to guard, especially with a post presence like Bennett Cook.
Well, Ratinho now, he's the post presence. The perimeter player getting inside, offensive rebound and finish for 2. He's putting points on the board early. That's his 7th point of the game. Here is Allen, one-on-one with Bennett Cook. Teddy Allen breezing by and over Kipper Nichols. That's what he can do.
Tough finish by Teddy Allen. If you're Bennett Cook in that situation, you got to try and keep him on his left hand, but that's easier said than done. And Bennett Cook says, let me get to the rack real quick, but can't finish.
TJ Law bursting down the right-hand side of the floor, chooses to go inside, slows up, and the offensive foul is called. Prentice Nixon, body on the line.
Great play by Prentice Nixon. As you said, got to be willing to put your body on the line. When you play for Coach Atiba Lyons from the state of New York, the city of New York, I'm sure that's something that's preached all the time, that hard-nosed basketball.
Teddy Allen heads to the bench. You saw there TJ Law saying, I probably should have kicked that one out there. He could see Prentice Nixon couldn't quite slow down in time to make a decision. And Jalen Pipkins, you'll want to watch, is in the game now.
Hindsight is always 20/20 for TJ Law, but yeah, Jalen Pipkins checking in. Interesting decision to bring him off the bench.
Rebound for Shelton. Riders with Holmes. Things slowed down. Almost in a flex action. Or the setup for the flex, but they choose for the pick and roll and kick to the corner to Bowman. Can't get my words out. Blake Bowman. Blocking foul is called, and it's another 2 shots for the Leicester Riders. And in fact, a timeout is going to be called here. 21-28 the score, 1:42 to go. And quite an entertaining game, this one, Jordan Taylor. Look, listen, I'll be the first to say, and I'm quite an open and honest individual, when we watch the Sheffield Sharks throughout the season, sometimes they don't play the most attractive type of basketball. They really put teams in the grinder, and you have to really earn your opportunity to score against them. But also, defensively, they put you under a lot of pressure. They take a lot of mid-range shots. Some of the stuff they do might not look particularly pretty. It's quite slow-paced. It's a challenging team to play against.
Super challenging, because that's what Coach Paternaccio said at the beginning of the broadcast. They have to be patient on defense. Right now, they have to play some defense because Sheffield's getting up and down, kind of changing the script on them. They're doing a good job. Early offense, they're moving the ball, they're sharing the ball, and that's really tough to guard. That seems to be they have a full lineup finally, and they're putting that on display.
Well, look, as mentioned, there's already British Basketball League Championship underway. You can see on your screen right now, 31-32, Newcastle Eagles. They're back into the lead as that dynamite guard front of Larry Austin Jr., Ricky McGill, and Jordan Johnson goes to work for them. And make sure you check that out on the British Basketball League YouTube channel if you want to watch that game too. Joel Osborne on the call for that one. And making his debut in the booth, Evan Walsh, you had some chance to catch up with him before the game. He's having a great season up in Manchester.
Evan Walsh having a great season. Went to Manchester to kind of show what he could do. Was on this Leicester team last year, of course, and you know, he was one of those guys when we played him, me being new to the British League, you know, when we get in the court, I'd be like, wow, this guy should probably be on the floor a little bit more, you know, but they obviously had a ton of talent with Patrick Whelan and among other guys, so for him to go get a chance in Manchester to show what he could do has been great.
Blake Bowman goes 2 for 2 there, a man from Derby, a city not too far from Leicester in the East Midlands. There's an incredible play in the National Basketball League and currently trying to earn himself some more time here in this Leicester Riders lineup in the British Basketball League. Here is Pipkins. Pass off to the left, rebounded by Holmes.
It's a good shot there from Pipkins, though. Ball touched the paint on the mismatch from Nichols. Extra pass, in rhythm shot. This is, I would say, danger time for Leicester normally, because, you know, this is the strength of Sheffield. You go into your second unit and you're coming with Rodney Glasgow and Jalen Pipkins, but Connor Washington, obviously no slouch either.
Well, here's TJ Law. He's winding down under pressure. Pressure makes diamonds.
TJ Law must love diamonds, because that was a tough shot. Step back going left over an athletic Jalen Pipkins. Impressive move from TJ Law.
Pipkins gets it now to Nichols on the right wing. That little body fade there. Offensive foul call. TJ Law on the other side of the charge call.
That's a really good defense from TJ Law. He's holding up right now in the post against Malik Green, against Kipper Nichols, which should be a strength for Sheffield, but TJ Law is negating that. Stepping up, bringing good energy minutes, trying to turn this game around for Leicester early.
Mid-range jumper is sweet. That fade away on it too, as Riders will get the ball into play here. They brought it back to a 3-point game. They can get themselves back into this one. Here's Law. Finds it to Washington, back up top. What they're going to call here, the screen comes from Shelton. Hard hedge there from Del Pesh. Lal is still going to go to the rack anyway, and nice rebound there for Nichols. Here comes RJ Rock throwing it up. Pipkins just a little bit away from the basket for him, but he finishes with the layup.
There's a refreshing taste of Sheffield. They are out in transition. They're running. They're throwing it at the rim. Great adjustment from Coach Lyons to go with a little bit of a 2-3 matchup here.
There is Pipkins guarding Holmes and hacks on the arm of Jaron Holmes. And before the buzzer sounds, the Leicester Riders will get 2 shots, and there'll be 0.2 seconds, if that, or a full second. There you go. You get a full second. But Sheffield's chance to put some points on the board there for Pipkins.
That was a really, really good defensive possession for Sheffield. No reason for Pipkins to swipe down on Holmes there. He was on his hip. He's athletic enough to just go vertical and force Holmes to finish over the top of him, but great job by Holmes.
Sharks here have got Delpesh hedging on these actions. Just explain a little bit to listeners, what's the benefit of hedging on the play?
And the benefit of hedging is to deter a guard from going downhill, to get a good guard that can attack, like Jaron Holmes, from turning the corner there. Unfortunately, he still turned the corner kind of to show his ability. But really, they're in a 2-3 matchup zone and hedging, so it's actually a unique defense that they're playing.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. It's a 3-point lead for the Braun Sheffield Sharks on the road in Leicester. Make sure you join us right after the break for the second quarter. Welcome back to Leicester. Kimball McKenzie, superfan in the building. McKenzie, he's giving us a wave. He sees himself on the big screen. Leicester Riders faithful showing out, but they trail by 3 at this moment in time against the Sheffield Sharks at home as Jalen Pipkins opens up the scoring for the Sharks in the second. My name's Tahi Hadja alongside Jordan Taylor for this one. Sheffield Sharks have started strong, JT.
Sheffield Sharks have started very strong. They're getting out in transition, doing things that they're not normally accustomed to doing, but it's all really started on the defensive end. They're getting stops and they're pushing.
This 2-3 zone, as we mentioned before the break, has made it tough to penetrate to the basket. As you can see, a result of that there, Jaron Holmes underneath the bucket, gets to the other side, can't quite get the finish.
Seems Sheffield is almost inviting Leicester to drive to the lane and finish and kind of staying home on shooters.
If they can move the ball and create space, and Riders do get their open shots, they're more than capable of knocking them down.
Leicester is #1 in the league in three-point percentage, #4 in makes and attempts.
Well, here is TJ Law, feet inside, he's mid-range, and that's money again.
TJ Law, 9.7 points on the season, came to play early on. He's really given Leicester the boost they need.
RJ Axelrock. Glasgow Jr. goes through to the opposite corner. Pipkins rises high up the screen of Green. Staggered action now on the left-hand side. Green looking to seal in the post. One-on-one versus Lal again. Green this time spins towards the bucket and finishes.
That's a great adjustment by Malik Green. We talked about him going over the left shoulder time and time again. That time, obviously, TJ Law knew that. He was sitting on that left shoulder. A great spin move back to the baseline.
Here's Bowman, kicked out. Jaron Holmes pulling the trigger. That's right. Click, click, bang.
And that is exactly what we talked about. Touch that paint, spray it out to your three-point shooters. Jaron Holmes starting to heat up as he's got 7 early points for Leicester.
They close the gap to 2. Sharks were up by as many as 12 in the first quarter. They've turned the ball over here. Nichols losing it as a pivotal point in this game.
Sheffield going back to these post touches they've done the past 3-4 minutes, which for me, not a big fan of. They were doing such a great job in the ball screen. Put the bigger Leicester players in ball screen, get the ball moving, touch the paint. You have athletes, you have Jalen Pipkins, you have Glasgow, you know, DeVeryl Ramsey. Get in the paint, spray it out, use Malik Green, play downhill.
Kimmel McKenzie finds Connor Washington wide open for 3. It's clear that coach Rob Paternoster has been drawing up or reminding them of their plays when it comes to taking on a zone defense there.
Really good snapback action there for a shooter in Connor Washington. He's 48% on the season.
Well, going into the second half, 1.4 on the clock. Plymouth City Patriots all tied up with the Newcastle Eagles. Sticky Ricky McGill, though, he's on the free throw line, giving the opportunity for Newcastle to take the lead. Here is Pipkins. Up top, screen comes. RJ Eitel-Rock skipped across to Malik Green for 3. Bounces around, and the 3 will count there. That's money.
Thought that went over the backboard and came back in, but maybe not. But either way, that's great job. Use the pick and roll. TJ Law forced to suck in on Bennett Cook, and then you get the spray out 3. Not the greatest angle there to see what happened.
Hey, it went in the bucket. He counts, put it on the board. I'm sure he won't be complaining. It's Connor Washington, turn around, fade away for 2.
Connor Washington only 4 points a game on the season, but he can heat up quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Eitel-Rock looks at the 3. Blake Bowman left his feet. Malik Green just trying to just turn around and rush that to oop it in off a layup.
Really good action there from Sheffield, though. The ball's moving side to side, get that empty side pick and roll, utilize the mismatch. And speaking of mismatch, here's TJ Law over Cook.
It's almost like his jump shot's made to shoot when he fades away. And the ball's in front of him, he's leaving forward. He doesn't quite get it off the right way, but RJ Eitel-Rock, he knows how to get it off.
Yeah, he's got that little bit of a hitch in his shot, but Eitel-Rock does not, as he is starting to find his stroke, his second 3 of the game. And this is an unrecognizable Sheffield team right now. They are playing quick. They're throwing it ahead. That's a really good shot for them. This is a really fun team to watch when they're playing like this.
Bowman moves it across deep. Triple for McKenzie. Does he get the friendly bounce? No, he doesn't. It's deflected off the backboard. Pipkins. He pulls up mid-range for 2. He made it work.
That's his game, you know. Mid-range is where he makes his money. And, you know, now in today's basketball, you don't want to give the license to a ton of people to shoot the mid-range just because it's the lowest efficiency shot. But Jalen Pipkins does it at a high clip.
The Sheffield Sharks have opened up a stronger lead once again in this game as Duke Shelton's really battling hard to knock down the door of Bennett Cook. Couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. Bennett Cook is a mountain of a man to try and break that.
Talk about mid-range, there it is again. The captain, Rodney Glasgow Jr. knocking it down. Opens up the lead again for the Sheffield Sharks. 34-45, all of the Riders' hard work undone.
Undone quick, fast, and in a hurry. A quick 9-0 run. It started again. They went away. They had the turnover with Nichols. They went right back to the ball screen. Got the weak side 3 from Malik Green, and the floodgates started to open. Don't even love that shot from Rodney Glasgow, but they're in a rhythm, they're in a flow, so when that's happening, that's an acceptable shot.
Well, we spoke about Malik Green, and we talked about the matchup there that Riders are without Myron Thomas tonight, who's a real big piece for them. He's really found it easy to score the ball against whoever they put up against him. He's got 15 points. He's got 6 rebounds as well in this game.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of that hasn't even come in one-on-one situations. It's come from getting stops, pushing the ball in transition. The very first bucket was DeVeryl Ramsey getting downhill, missed the layup. Malik Green's running, then another one in transition. And when you get that, now you feel good. You're in a rhythm. Now the basket feels as big as an ocean. I know those Leicester rims slant down a little bit too, so that never hurts a shooter.
I didn't say it. Jordan Taylor said it. Here's a fun fact to know about the Leicester Riders rims. Those are the same baskets that they used at the 2020 or 2012 London Olympics. So LeBron James, Team USA, same rims. And yeah, some greatness been throwing some jams on those hoops.
Listen, that's like wearing your socks from 2002, man. Y'all gotta get some new rims. That's crazy. I don't care if Jesus himself dunked on them rims. You gotta get some new rims, man. Come on.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's get back to the action. It seems to have worked for the Sheffield Sharks, though. They're up by 10 at this moment in time. And here is Teddy Allen, who's back into the game. Much needed firepower for the Leicester Riders. Kimber McKenzie trying to squeeze backdoor. Pipkins reads the pass, deflected. RJ Eitel-Rock looks to Rodney Glasgow Jr. Now they're going to call the offense here. Bennett Cook being told to push the ball to Pipkins. He sets the screen and rolls. Malik Green decides to go 1-on-3, but Idowu swipes that away. Long. Well, Walker couldn't quite get a hold of it, but keeps it alive. The foul is called here as TJ Lal has Bennett Cook on his hip.
Actually, a good foul there by Bennett Cook. Had the mismatch. Tried to play defense, but obviously a little slower than TJ Lal. But you waste a foul. It's your first team foul. It's 5 minutes into the quarter. You know, no harm there for real. Leicester take it side out and do it again. Smart play there by Bennett Cook.
Devell Ramsey's back into the game. Here is McKenzie. And the ball to the perimeter to Idowu, who skips it across. Teddy Allen, catch and shoot. Slingshot. Kaboom.
Good action there from Leicester. A little bit of a flare screen coming off of a pin down. It's tough to guard with an empty side as Sheffield racing it back at Leicester, and Jalen Pipkins is going to go to the line. Leicester has to start getting back on defense or it's going to be a long night. Sheffield might hang 120 on them.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. 36-44, the scores on the doors. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Back out of the break, Teddy Allen. He's the man that can pour points in for the Leicester Riders to pull them back. He had 28 in his last game against the Caledonian Gladiators. He's got 8 on the board early doors here as Jalen Pipkins is on the line, and you can see the screen bouncing around. That's because the crowd are doing everything in their power to put him off his free throw. And JT, you played in some incredible atmospheres. What's the toughest arena that you've had to make a free throw in?
In my life?
In your life.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's tough. That's really tough. I played in the Boston Garden in the NCAA tournament against Syracuse, and it was actually split half and half, but Boston's close to Syracuse, so game on the line to go to the Elite Eight. That was really difficult, but then there's other college arenas that do that. I don't know how Leicester gets this 2K effect on the screen. They got the screen shaking like it's the video game. That's pretty impressive.
It's one of the tricks of the trade as RJ Eitel-Rock goes to the right hand. It's them, you know, them stands, those bleachers where you beat your feet and it sounds like you're beating a bass drum.
Right. A really impressive set there, too, from Sheffield. They played the empty side screen and roll deep in the corner to allow a lot of space for Idle Rock to get in the paint. Tough finish there by Mo Walker.
Slow Mo Walker for the 2 there. Back to basket. It's getting the better of Bennett Cook. Sharks right back into the offense. RJ Idle pick and roll. Bennett Cook, he's there. Now he's going to go to work against Mo Walker. Well, he was on that right hand. Mo Walker was close enough to make it a contested shot. Ball in the hands of Teddy Allen. He'll pull up from way downtown. That was an incredible arc. The ball left the screen. Now here's Green going downhill. Little pro hop to the right hand. Idowu. A little better job there from Idowu of contesting that shot. It's an end-line ball for the Sheffield Sharks.
Leicester does a better job at getting back in transition in that instance, but not a great shot there from Teddy Allen. Leicester is #1 in three-point percentage and #2 in overall field goal percentage in the league, and that's because Coach Paternostro does a great job at drawing up sets to play into their strengths, and they do a great job at executing.
DeVearl Ramsey, fade away too.
DeVearl Ramsey getting in the action now. He's up to 4 points, getting in that paint. When you have everybody scoring like this, there's nowhere to really help from, and that's a tough matchup for Kimball McKenzie.
Jaron Holmes with another tough take. Shoulder into the chest of the defender, fading away.
Bit of a mid-range clinic from both sides right here. That's a tough shot from Jaron Holmes.
We're playing old school basketball right now. I love a mid-range shot. That's where I'm most comfortable, JT. It's RJ Idle. Step back triple again for RJ Idle. Rolls off the rims. Here's McKenzie pushing forward. Nice pass. Idowu to the rack. Lays it in for 2. And a timeout called as Riders close the gap to 8, 2:51.
That's Leicester basketball right there. Get out in transition, get the ball to Kimball McKenzie, and let him make a play. Let him make the right decision, not even make the right play. Just happened to lead to an assist. That's his first assist of the game. So we talked about at the top of the broadcast, for Sheffield, they have to take Kimball McKenzie out of the game. He's got 6 points, but he has 0 rebounds, and that was his first assist. So they're not allowing him to make the decisions, make the plays, and I think that's hindering Leicester. They're taking maybe some quick shots, which has allowed Sheffield to get out in transition, get 14 fast break points, and build all the momentum.
Well, Leicester have some tough games in the British Basketball League Championship. They're at home to the Plymouth City Patriots on February 18th. Then they're away to second place and trophy champions Cheshire Phoenix. And then, in 2 days' time, they take on the London Lions on March the 3rd before going on the road again all the way to Bristol Flyers. And for the Sheffield Sharks, this is how their next 4 fixtures look. They're at home against the Plymouth City Patriots as well. And then they also take on the Cheshire Phoenix before heading back to the Tank, the Cannon Medical Arena, where they take on the Surrey Scorchers, and then heading up to the VMU, the Virtu Motors Arena, and they will take on the Newcastle Eagles up there. Some really pivotal games for those 2 teams. Chatiba, although he's 8 points up, wanted to take the time to talk it over with his team to try and keep the gap, because as soon as you let Leicester Riders back in, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah, really good time out there, I think, from Coach Lyons. Saw the quick forward run. He said, like you said, hold on, wait a minute. Let me put a stop to this. Probably going to draw, my guess would be to draw up a set again to put Mo Walker in the pick and roll, but a little adjustment here from Coach Paternostro. He's going to the zone, a little full court pressure, full court dummy pressure in the zone.
Here's Routinho. Kipper Nichols is occupying that middle space there in the zone. And he knew exactly what he wanted to do when he received the ball. It comes off the back of the rim. Teddy Allen on the way. Inches away from that, rolling into the bucket for 2, but Leicester out and running. There's Dan Routledge. He's sitting courtside today, not in a commentary booth. I know he loves doing commentary, but sometimes he likes to kick back as well. And Mike Tuck is also in the building today. I'm sure Mike Tuck is having a great time here with the Sheffield Sharks. They've come with a great away contingency. Look at that, chugging from the jug.
Yo, that's
Chug the jug.
Yeah, yo, that's crazy.
That is British sport. What are you talking about?
I see. That's American too. You know, that's American.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a while. Shout out to him, man. He's trying to get his feet moving early on Friday.
Yeah.
He's having a good time.
And don't forget, guys, please drink responsibly.
It's a star-studded event out there in Leicester. Dan Rutledge, Mike Tuck.
Well, I mean, over the years, that Leicester Riders Sheffield Sharks matchup has been pretty iconic. You know, two of the longest running teams in the British Basketball League, and you know, it's not too far from Yorkshire to the Midlands, and they've always had some great rosters, and it's been great to see these two teams go head-to-head.
I'm just trying to figure out where our invite's at, man. That's crazy.
Man, we're in the booth.
That's all right. I still like to be invited places. No, the chess match has begun though. Now you see Sheffield giving Leicester a lot of problems. Mo Walker with the three.
What a game guarantee.
Mo Walker with the three, and he's like we said, I've seen him since college. He's very capable of that. But the chess match has begun. Sheffield getting in the paint. Leicester has switched to the zone to try and slow up. It's giving problems for Sheffield. They're flipping the script. Now Leicester's the one out in transition getting the good shots.
Well, it's a three-point game now. DeVelle Ramsey going downhill. Foul is called. And Kimmel McKenzie will argue that, but I believe that was called on Jaron Holmes.
Jaron Holmes, his first again. Not a bad foul there, unless they, wow, they're going to give him, wow, shooting foul.
2 free throws on that one. We're going to have to watch that one back so we can assess the referee's decision there. Whenever I'm in the booth with Jordan Taylor, refs, they get the hard evaluation. You should be a referee's assessment officer of some description.
No, they wouldn't like that at all. There'd be a lot of fines given out.
Well, here he is. He's going downhill. It's tough. At what point he does pick the ball up, but it's at what point you think the contact starts.
When he called it, it looked like he was going into a shooting motion. It's a tough call there for Jaron Holmes, but
nonetheless, Leicester have brought this game back within single digits. As Holmes uses the screen from Idowu, he slips through the defenders there. Holmes that fadeaway again, and Idowu offensive rebound, can't get it to go. Cook gets the glass, and now Rodney Glasgow Jr., you know he was feeling that. He was just in rhythm on that pull-up.
That's a shot that he clearly works on. He's dribbled. That's the second time he's hit that. Took the step back behind the three this time. It's not an easy shot to make. Rodney Glasgow in a good rhythm right now.
Teddy Allen, jab, drive. Oh, steps on the foot of Ramsey. 3-ball, no good. I would have got excited if he didn't step on his foot, because there was some ankles to be taken there. RJ had to rock. Mid-range for him. Another cheeky little mid-range pull-up for the Sharks.
Sharks answering the Leicester run again. Leicester not getting back in transition again. They're letting guys get into the paint. And that's every time they take an ill-advised shot, as that was from Teddy Allen. That seems to be an issue. Tough move there by Samuel Idowu, going back to the left off the spin.
And much-needed points for the Riders. Just 20 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Going into the half-time break. We've got analysis that will come up after the break. Make sure you stick around for that. Also, Plymouth City Patriots taking on the Newcastle Eagles. Here's Ratinho to beat the buzzer off to the side of the rim. Teddy Allen, he slips out of his possession. And DeVelle Ramsey a little annoyed because he thought, this is my chance to get a little bucket here. He's got a little smile on his face.
DeVelle Ramsey thought he was about to walk into a layup. Also, can we go back to, you said there were some ankles to be taken. At what point are we going to stop talking about ankles being taken when somebody gets stepped on?
Yeah, well, this is what I said. It would have been there, but he stepped on him. I didn't say.
You did say, all right, you gave a disclaimer. All right, you gave a disclaimer.
Oh, don't worry. I'll call it clean, JT.
All right, just, I got to make sure, man. I got to make sure.
You're assessing the referees. Don't assess me, JT. Here's Jaron Holmes. Oh, off the glass. Call it in. Jaron Holmes calling in the big triple on the buzzer off the glass. Hold that.
Call me. No, that's Bradley Caboza's celebration, man. But, hey, that's a tough shot from Jaron Holmes over the right. He might have got fouled even.
Yeah.
But that's a big shot going into the half. Build a little momentum. And he was looking like he tried to do that.
Well, he definitely has got fouled because they're lining up for a free throw. Jaron Holmes is going to go to the line. He's got the crowd bumping up in Leicester at the Mattioli Arena. 1 second on the clock. Yeah, I thought there'd be a lot less than 1 second on the clock. There was about 1.2 on the other side of the floor. So he could take this game to 53, 57, 4-point play to end the half as he smiles a little there. You know, sometimes you get the rub of the green, Jordan. Oh, you've had that more than one time this season.
that left wing bank. The difference between me and he's acting like he did that on purpose. I was looking to the heavens on mine, but you know he might have that down pat. He might work on that.
Let's see if he can capitalize on this. He does exactly that, and the ball will be put in. The buzzer will sound. Devell Ramsey will throw it up just in case. Oh, Jordan, listen, we were speaking before this, and we said, as we mentioned already in the broadcast, that Sheffield sometimes aren't the greatest team to watch, but they've been wonderful to watch today. They've been excited. They've been running the floor. You know, they got 17 points in fast break action. It's been a great game so far.
Sheffield, first of all, I want to be clear. You said they weren't the greatest team to watch.
Okay, I said it.
But no, they've done a great job at moving the ball, playing fast, being very opportunistic in transition. And it has been a joy to watch this team sharing the ball, very balanced. Malik Green leading them with 15, but you got 10 from R.J. Idlerock, 8 from Jalen Pipkins. And this has to be what Lions imagine.
Lions?
Coach Lions.
Yeah, Coach Lions. That's what I thought. We'll be back after the break. More analysis after this. Big time play at the end of the half. Jaron Holmes put it in the goal. He's getting support from air support. Knockdown triple off the glass. That was a big-time finish for the Riders, and they really needed that bucket at the end of the half.
They needed that bucket for momentum. They've hit the Sheffield Sharks several times. Sheffield keeps hitting them right back in the mouth, keeping them at bay. That's a no-no from RJ Idlerock. You never foul a jump shooter, especially with 1 second on the clock. Shout out Teddy Allen for a great pass, full court.
Well, look, let's take a look at the halftime stats then. Let's see the scores on the doors and the numbers that make a difference between these two teams, JT.
Yeah, it's a really clean game. Only 3 turnovers on both sides. We mentioned that these teams really do a good job at taking care of the ball. Speaks to the coaching. But also, the 21 rebounds for Sheffield is huge. They averaged 31 rebounds on the season. That's dead last in the league, while Leicester is at 6th in the league at 35 a game, so that's been big offensive rebounding. It's actually a shock, only 9 assists for Sheffield on 22 field goals, because they've really been moving the ball and sharing it and getting good shots.
Well, there are the stats for you at halftime. Let's take a look at some of the action from the first half. This is your story of the half, and it started with a bang for the Sheffield Sharks.
Yeah, Sheffield started off early, moving the ball, getting in the paint. Swing, Jordan Ratinho in the corner. RJ Idlerock, a great screen from Brennan Cook, putting Mo Walker in a tough position there. He knocked it down. That's what we're talking about when the assist numbers don't add up, but they were still getting good shots. And then for Leicester, they didn't play bad offense at all. There's Teddy Allen doing what he does, moving without the ball, keeps that engine going. Here's Jaron Holmes, who really had a big half, getting in the paint, doing the same thing on the other end, putting Bennett Cook in the pick and roll, putting pressure. Duke Shelton raising the roof. Both sides offensively have been really good, but this is the story. Sheffield is getting out in transition, which is not something that you normally see from them. Leicester tried to go to a zone late, which really slowed them up. Sheffield found an answer for that. And then this guy right here, Malik Green, had an answer for everything in the British Basketball League since he's been here. 15 at the half for him. But Leicester needs more of this. Get in the paint, kick it out, find your three-point shooters. You're first in the league three-point percentage, and then you just hope that those shots stop falling from RJ Idlerock.
Well, a lot of fans have been calling for RJ to get a bit more time since his GB call-up. He's been getting that. He's got 10 points personal in this one. Teddy Allen, we mentioned he had 28 in his last game. He's got 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists early on. And this is how it finished, JT.
That's how it finished. We saw it once. Doesn't hurt to see it twice. Just as nice the second time.
Well, that was a great half of basketball, and there's lots of action for you to enjoy. You're going to see the top 10 plays of the week. But before that, check out the highlights from yesterday's game as the Caledonia Gladiators took on the Surrey Scorchers.
Onwas takes it away, and Onwas goes 2 for 2. And the Caledonia Gladiators have certainly got the message from head coach Gareth Murray. They take an early 4-0 lead. Welcome to the league, Emeka Obakwelu, as he gets his first bucket, a nice three-pointer in the British Basketball League.
Here he is.
Got a little bit of speed to him. Andrew Lawrence now with a deep range 3, and hits 2 buckets in a row for Lawrence. Quade Green gets his first bucket of the British Basketball League. Outlet pass, and he knows exactly what to do to it. Patty Wang goes coast to coast to get the bucket. Surrey would love to slow the clock down and get to that foul line. What they'd really love to do is hit threes, and that's exactly what Princeton Onwas does in the corner. Lawrence, spot up 3, buries it. 3 on the shot clock, gotta pull the trigger. Gets it to fall, what a shot by Andrew Lawrence. And here goes Caledonia. 2-on-1, and Mike Bothwell says, you know what? I don't need another assist, I'll just take the bucket.
And that ends a 12-0 run.
See what Caledonia can do here with the final 45 seconds. This time, he will not miss.
There you go, rocks it back and rocks it home.
Final seconds, and they're not going to get this one off, or will they? Yes, they will. Quick first step and just drives in there. Thought he got the bump. Nice pass. I don't even think that was intended for Alahajit. It almost looked like he was looking for Frazier Malcolm in the corner, and Alahajit said, you know what? I'll just take it. Block there. be an easy layup for another 2. So that's how it will finish, 84-75, as the Caledonia Gladiators came out motivated in the second half here at their home arena, PlaySport Arena.
Nick Stampley now going to the left hand, got the extra elevation and one.
Floating for a second there. I don't know if he stepped on Defoe or what happened.
Johnson, the quick first step, drives again. This time he's fouled in the act, and he'll get the and one. JJ +1.
Look at that one, as high as it can go off the glass.
Well, they got numbers now, 3-on-1. Look out below as the alley-oop is connected. Edo Airlines flying in the sky.
He's taken over the game now for the Riders.
Roaming around that free throw line, playing off the top of the key, daring them to shoot, getting a steal.
Here we go, here we go, here we go! The king of South Sudan. That's what I like to call the high conversion rate.
Locked up to Sharma, who jams it in. Well, that's the second pass in a row from Nelson, and he throws it down hard.
Well, here we go. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? The king of South Sudan flying.
Ramsey spins a tough mid-range two, and he drains it. Nothing but net for DeVille Ramsey. Why not, he said.
Oh my goodness, that might be the 3 of the season. Check the footwork on that, Edie Johnson.
Look at the defense crashing. The blue jerseys just crushing the inside. Nice touch pass there, up and under, and a nice finish from Malcolm Delpeche.
Newcastle get a lot of joy, points in the paint.
Stolen away. Johnson behind the back. Showtime! Tevin Ollison, 21 points personal, and that is the biggest lead of the game now. British Basketball League Championship action. It's half-time as the Sheffield Sharks are in the lead and just against the Leicester Riders. That's their best half-time score of the season, their most points on the board. And the reason why, Malik Green, Jordan Taylor.
Malik Green has been absolutely amazing. He's been doing everything. He's running the floor there, getting the easy bucket. That's really what got him started. And now once you get the easy bucket, we mentioned, the basket gets bigger. There he is in the post. Here he is with the Lucas step back, right to left cross. Hey, take that with you. That's a tough shot to make. He's doing a little bit of everything for them. He's got 15 points early. He's got 6 rebounds and 2 assists. He's been an absolute monster for the Sheffield Sharks dynamite attack.
Well, they're 6-10 from behind the arc, and the Leicester Riders will start us off with possession. And this man right here hit a huge half-court buzzer, no, should I say half-time buzzer beater. Jaron Holmes for the Leicester Riders. He's also got himself in double digits, got 13 points, 3 assists himself as Riders missed their first shot of the half.
Coach Paternostro does a great job at drawing sets, and that's a great ATO out of the half, getting the Iverson cut from McKenzie and a really wide open shot from Mo Walker. You're really happy with that if you're Coach Paternostro.
Malik Green starts his second half with the opportunity of putting more points on the board. As Teddy Allen turns the corner, got Ramsey in his way. Green comes across, but Teddy Allen too much sauce.
Teddy Allen with a sweet little Euro step to get downhill. Nimble on his feet for a big fella. But that's what you have to do if you're Teddy Allen. When you have the responsibility to score for your team, you also have the responsibility to get good shots every time down as often as you can. He has a tendency at times to take rush shots, which has led to quick points for Sheffield.
Green fading away, no good this time. Rebound for Allen. On the right-hand side, the crossover. Oh, playing with Eitel Rock. Doesn't get that shot to fall. Idowu tips it. Ramsey saves, and Sharks on the attack now.
Green and Teddy Allen trying to put on a little NBA street clinic, going one-on-one. The tough fadeaway to step back. Tough shots to make.
Here's Ratinho. DeVell Ramsey saw the gap. Kick to the corner. Ratinho, he's hit on the arm there. Referee doesn't call it.
If you're Jordan Ratinho there, you know what? If it was me, I probably would have got a technical, because it's one thing not to call the foul. It's another thing to try and tell him he's flopping. And that's absolutely frustrating, but a good job there by Leicester getting the empty side pick and roll. Samuel Idowu is going to the free throw line.
Bennett Cook putting his body across there. Commits the contact, and Ratinho just letting the referee know about that. I don't know if we got the replay of it, of that 3-point shot from Ratinho and how he got hit in the arm. Hopefully we can have the opportunity to see that shortly as Idowu knocks down the first of 2 free throws.
If Jordan Ratinho didn't get fouled on that play, then he needs to go compete for an Oscar or an Emmy, because that was... he had me fooled. He still got me fooled.
Well, tied game now. Leicester, strong start to this third quarter. 57 apiece. RJ Eitel Rock moves the ball back into the hands of Ratinho and gets it right back. He's going downhill here. Teddy Allen just swipes at it with his right hand. Deflected out of play, baseline, inbound.
Great job by Teddy Allen staying in front of RJ Eitel Rock. When you're a really good scorer, you know, the other team is going to make it a point to attack you on the defensive side of the ball. So you have to at least hold up, and Teddy Allen did just that.
Oof. That was off from Ramsey. I don't know if Idowu got beats, but he's driving, running down the floor on the right-hand side. Reward the runner.
Great job. Let's flip his script here early in the half. That's not a great shot from DeVeryl Ramsey. Tough step back. Malik Green has a fadeaway. Leicester is making them pay in transition.
Foul there on Jaron Holmes. He was really fighting to get over that screen from Bennett Cook.
Coach Paternostro, hands behind his head. He's one of the more fun coaches to play against. In my entire career, there's only a couple coaches that talk stuff to you from the sideline. He's one of them. And as a player, you just love that. You love his competitiveness, you love his fire. It's all love after the game. He keeps it on the court.
Exactly that. That's what I was about to say. Exactly as you said that. As soon as the 40 minutes is done or the game is over, then Rob Paternostro, good as gold, man. As Pipkins fires that mid-range up, no good for him. Here's McKenzie putting on the burners. Kimball McKenzie, that little fadeaway runner, we know that's his kind of shot, but this time a little bit of a tough angle.
That's always a tough call for a referee because there's clear contact.
Cook, he's blocked by Mo Walker. McKenzie looking to find Holmes, can't get to him. He does eventually get him. Here's a one-on-one situation here with Rodney Glasgow Jr. How's your post skills? Well, no post skills, just kick it out. Ido on the opposite side and into the hands of Glasgow Jr.
Well, Walker thought he got fouled there on that end.
Bennett Cook starts the bleeding.
Well, Walker can't complain to the referee. In this type of game, Sheffield, they're scoring by getting out in transition. You have to sprint back there. You're giving up a valuable 2 points to your team. Even though you think you got fouled, you got to get back on defense.
McKenzie. Foul this time.
That time, Kimball McKenzie gets to the free throw line. Try and try again if you don't get the first call.
Look at this, though, in Plymouth right now. They're in the lead by 1 against the Newcastle Eagles. The team now bottom of the table. There's still hope for them. You know, they put a run of victories together. I know their previous results might make it seem unlikely, but hey, anything can happen in this league, and it would mean the world to them if they could steal that 8th spot in the playoffs.
In the words of the great philosopher Kevin Garnett, anything is possible, right?
Anything is possible.
You thought I was about to yell that over the mic, didn't you?
I just thought I was waiting to see who the great philosopher was. In and out for Bennett Cook. I'll take KG all day. Here's Teddy Allen. This is like a 2-1-2 zone here that Sheffield have got. As Allen steps to the left, nothing but net.
Teddy Allen doing his version of Luka, that right to left step back.
It was money. It was sweet.
Cash money.
And now Glasgow Jr., as the Riders have opened up a 5-point lead. Green had the mismatch there with McKenzie. Allen switched onto him, but the ball went out. Kimball closing out, and Rodney Glasgow Jr. goes by and pull up mid-range.
If you had to bet $1 million, Rodney Glasgow on that right side with the 1 dribble pull-up, I think I would put my money up.
You could have lost a lot of money today, but you're right, no. That is one of his signature moves as Allen fires up another one. He's feeling himself. This is a big problem if you're the Sheffield Sharks. You don't want to let this guy get going, and that's what he's doing.
Teddy Allen starting to find his rhythm. He hit a tough one that last time. This time it's Kimball McKenzie making the play, getting his scorer a really in-rhythm shot.
RJ Eitel-Rock, they needed that, the Sheffield Sharks. Big time play from Eitel-Rock. Eitel is vital.
RJ Eitel-Rock with his 3rd triple of the game. He's found his shooting stroke. Teddy Allen, that's the one.
Yeah, that was the one where maybe it's stretched too far. But listen, he's got the ultimate green light on this Leicester Riders.
His green light is fluorescent, and that was definitely a heat check.
4:39 remaining in this one. Leicester Riders have clawed themselves into the lead. Come back after the break to find out what happens next. Back to the action at Mattioli Arena. Teddy Allen in his bag. 18 points personal, couple of triples. Making the difference.
Teddy Allen finding his rhythm. He has a responsibility. Don't take yourself out of rhythm. Keep getting good shots. But again, as we said, his efficiency from the floor is very impressive as they use him there as a decoy on the baseline out of bounds. Samuel Idowu misses the layup, but a great draw from Coach Paternostro again.
Well, Aitor Rock in the baseline, the left-hand side. He's got another step-back opportunity. It's a little short this time. Now, Mackenzie brings the ball up for the Riders. Idowu comes and sets the screen, and offensive foul is called there as he goes headhunting for Aitor Rock.
Samuel Idowu got to get set. Mackenzie has to let him get set on that screen because that's really good action. Again, that's little pistol action, which is a little ups or a step-up ball screen from a guard into a flare into another ball screen, but there's a lot of options out of that, especially in transition. It's really tough to guard.
Cross now, Aitor Rock. He's got the ball in his hands a lot. Looks over to find Green. Pipkins. Bennett Cook has got some room here. Driving baseline, getting inside. Bennett Cook and almost gets the and-one play.
Really tough move there by Bennett Cook. I was just about to say he's looking a little fatigued. He's not getting out to set those screens, but that was the energy he needed. Throw it into the post. Baseline move, use that big body. I know we wish he could have that back for the finish, but really tough move. Not a bad foul there from Leicester, only 59% free throw shooter on the season.
And of course, he makes the first. 2-point game again. Prentice Nixon readying himself as the Leicester Riders fans try to make as much noise as possible. And Bennett Cook does the rest.
Prentice Nixon, part of that revitalized Sheffield roster. Getting him back after missing a couple of games is huge for their depth.
Oh, look at the free throw shooting for both of these teams. They're making it count. From the line today is Idowu. It's a second chance at it, and the foul is called. And I believe it's going to be a Sheffield Sharks ball here. Oh, no. The referee did point in the Sheffield Sharks direction, and Idowu's gone to the line. He thought he was fouled.
Samuel Idowu having a tough time around that rim in the second half. Looks like it is going to be Sheffield ball. Not exactly sure what was called there, but
yeah, well, Glasgow Jr., look at him. You can see him calling straight away. Alert, ready for the next offense. Rob Paternostro, he's also a little amused, or confused, should I say. Puzzled as to what happened in that play. Just like us, JT.
Just like us.
Well, here is Nixon. Nice hands there from Teddy Allen, reaching around the guard. Allen slows himself down. His eyes, and Sam Idowu finding himself doing the tip drill under the basket in the last couple of plays.
He is. He just can't get it to drop. And I bet he's thinking the same thing I was, just because of that slanted down rim. But I'm sure he'll find his rhythm. That's his own rim. But you know, never get used to it. But great job by Prentice Nixon there. Great defense by Teddy Allen. He got ripped. A lot of times guys will kind of sulk on that play. Did a good job of getting back and staying in front of Teddy Allen and forcing a tough shot.
Duke Shelton's into the game now, replacing Idowu. Here's TJ Long. Nice Euro stop there. Great move from TJ Long.
TJ Long, left to right Euro. Sweep through low pickup like James Harden. A little quick pass from Prentice Nixon. A little gift into the first row. Nice hands.
Yeah. I wouldn't have given the ball back. I would have taken that with me. They got plenty of basketballs there.
What you gonna do with the ball?
Take that home, and I'm gonna play with it at the park. Sideline. I'm going to do that blasphemous thing of taking an indoor ball and play with it outside on the gravel, dirty courts that we've got here in the UK.
Listen, you beat me to it. I was going to say, you look like the type of dude who played the indoor, outside with the indoor ball,
That's
man.
right.
That's a no-no. No.
Offensive foul called there against Kimball Mackenzie. Prentice Nixon, smart there to put his body in that position.
Very smart. As a guard, Kimball Mackenzie, I hate that call. It's a disadvantage call. He didn't even have a chance to move other than as soon as he gets his step down, there's nowhere to go. To me, that's a block, but really smart play there by Prentice Nixon.
Ball into play. Riders now in team foul trouble with 2:45 here in the third. Pipkins finds Glasgow Jr., who faded out to that left-hand side, 45.
And McKenzie got caught with a cardinal sin, helping from the same side, left Glasgow early. That's a tough shot from Jaron Holmes. Right-hand floater on the baseline made that look easier than it is.
15 points personal for Jaron Holmes, keeping the Riders in the lead. Pipkins now loses his defender to the right hand, and one. The bucket is good. Flexing on him as he sits down on the floor.
There are not a lot of guys in this league that can stay in front of Jalen Pipkins when he is healthy and has that burst. You see the little hesitation, the look away, froze Duke Shelton go finish at the rim.
I was going to say that. Duke Shelton just froze in his step, that didn't really commit to being the help defense.
Listen, Jalen Pipkins going to his right hand is explosive. It's been clear to me that he just hasn't quite had that burst for a while.
Wow, Plymouth City Patriots in the fourth quarter, 72-71. They got themselves a ball game just like we do too. There's 6 minutes and about 45 seconds remaining as Newcastle hit a big three in that one. In the fourth quarter of play, British Basketball League YouTube channel, unbeatable action. Don't miss a minute. Tajinder Lal from three, no good. Here's Nixon. Nichols. Oh, he just goes straight through Lal there. Kipple Nichols hasn't really got himself going in this game. He's got 2 points. He's played just around 6 minutes of action, and head down here, JT, and just went straight through Lal.
You listen, that's a tough call. I get it. Lal's there. Lal still wasn't square to the ball. His hips were turned. So again, I'm not a fan of the charge call at all. It's a really popular call in college basketball. I understand there's contact and I understand what it looks like, but I don't think that Lal was in the greatest guarding position just to fall down. I think it's a bit of a flop. It should have been a block call again.
Jaron Holmes firing that one up. And that's out of bounds. So I'm gonna now put to our head of content, Jose. I'm gonna ask him, can we get a referee review show with Jordan Taylor? And it's the top 5 calls of the week with Jordan Taylor. Like, I do the top 10s, you can do the top 5 of the referee calls of the week.
Listen, we can't do that because either I'm gonna get fined or I'm gonna get no calls.
You're gonna get nothing, but Teddy Allen's gonna get a triple from behind the arc. His third triple in the third quarter. 3 is the magic number.
And sometimes the best offense is just give the ball to Teddy Allen. That's all him, all his creation.
Uh-oh, showtime now. Jaron Holmes to the right hand. He read the defender on his shoulder, thought better make the play. I need those 2 points.
Jaron Holmes and the Leicester Riders turning up the pressure here a little bit in this third quarter. Only 14 fourth quarter points for Sheffield.
Riders are now running the floor as we expect them to. Again with another steal, pushing the ball forward, and Teddy Allen is tripped there. That should potentially be an unsportsmanlike foul because a play wasn't made for the ball. Shouldn't really be discussed in this situation. It is an unsportsmanlike foul. It's just the rules of the game.
100%, but like I said, I've been given too much critique, so you said it, not me.
Oh,
I'll let you know what I'm saying, but no, 100%. Teddy Allen has it clear, as there you see, the right call will be made, but Teddy Allen, clear path to the basket, a great pass from TJ Law. A little bit of Tom Brady to Randy Moss right there, the trip from Jalen Pipkins. Even though it's inadvertent, it's kind of like a clear path foul in the NBA. You can't do that when there's no one in front, there's no play made on the ball. Great job by the officials.
Oh, well, we got Duke Shelton out there with the floor wiping duties, just helping everybody out here. The players want to get the job done themselves in terms of floor wiping. 76-71 the score, 52.3 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Teddy Allen putting up points on the board, 7 rebounds, 21 points. Here it is, behind the back, pull it back. Nice.
Very nice. That's just a tough shot. We got a guy like that on our team. We got a couple guys like that on our team, but the one that comes to mind is Matt Morgan. We got another guy, Sam Becker, that makes plays like that. You can't really teach that. You can't account for that. That's just a great individual effort from Teddy Allen.
Of course, he was the CEBL MVP last season. Ridiculous points per game average. You know, he looks like he's going to be heading back over there when this season finishes as well. It's quite a surprise, or is it a surprise to you that he's here in the British Basketball League?
No, I mean, scoring translates to most levels. It just kind of depends on if the coach is going to let you have that green light. And as we mentioned, his is fluorescent. It's what Leicester needed with the departure of Pinson and a couple other guys and Asbury. So for him to come in, it was a great situation. Shout out to Coach Paternostro for allowing him and giving him the freedom to play that way. And then, like we said, shooting his splits as efficiently as he does with the type of shots he takes is extremely impressive.
Well, one thing's for sure, the All-Star game, we'll learn a bit more about it later on, but if he's given free reign in an All-Star game, oh, Shelton rising up, 2 hands with the jam, beating the chest, get the crowd hype.
Duke Shelton going playing up on that rim right there. If nothing else, he gonna give you some great celebrations after his dunks.
Well, we talk about All-Star game and he treated us with a big jam. Here in the third quarter, Riders now lead by 9. Bennett Cook trying to slow down the Riders and chop the deficit. No good for him on that play. Ball in the hands of Teddy Allen, about 2 seconds between the scoreboard and the shot clock. Looks like Allen's gonna go one-on-one here against Pipkins. Going all the way, oh my goodness. Well, the foul will be called, but Bennett Cook was ready and waiting.
Bennett Cook was ready and waiting, but Teddy Allen took Jalen Pipkins for a ride. He's just too big, too strong, and if you're Jalen Pipkins there, you have to read the scouting report. You have to know to keep Teddy Allen on his left hand and make him make a tough shot. Going downhill like that, he's too big, he's too strong.
The scout report from Jordan Taylor put Teddy on his left. Well, Jalen Pipkin goes to the line. I mean, even then, I know left is his inverted commas weaker hand, but even then, he's an absolute nightmare to deal with because he'll find a way to get his shot off.
Yeah, you've seen him going left already 2-3 times, hitting that step back 3 today. So, but a step back 3 over a layup, just playing percentages at that point.
9.8 seconds. Substitutions checking in. 82-71 the score. 18 for 18 from the free throw line. Free throws win games.
Free throws do win games, and Sheffield 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Hasn't been a strength for them all year.
Ramsey to beat the buzzer. Can he do it? No, he can't. Vital rebound there for Shelton, and this game has turned on its head as the Leicester Riders are in the lead, 82-71. We'll be back after the break to find out how it all ends. An 11-0 run at the end of the third quarter gave Leicester an 82-71 lead. They won that third quarter 29-14. Will that third quarter be the demise of the Sheffield Sharks in this game, Jordan Taylor?
Just might be. You know, they're playing from behind from 11. Obviously, scoring points has been a struggle for them at times this season, as it was there in the third quarter. Quick foul there by Teddy Allen. But they need to get back into what gave them success in the first half. They got to get stops or try and turn over Leicester, get out in transition, but then go back to attacking that high ball screen with Bennett Cook, put Duke Shelton and Mo Walker, whoever's in the game, in a tough position, spray out to shooters, attack closeouts, and play with a little pace and speed, even if it's in the half court.
Well, let's hope you and Atiba Lions are on the same wavelength, reading each other's mind as Malik Green. It was a little quiet in that third quarter. He had 0 points after having 15 in the first half. Scores his first 2 points of the half at the beginning of the fourth.
But they went right back to that high screen. They played off of Bennett Cook, hit the weak side, RJ Idlerock. Good defense on the closeout, but ended up finding Malik Green after the scramble as Teddy Allen with the split and the tough floater. The most impressive part was avoiding the charge from RJ Idlerock.
He slowed right up.
High degree of difficulty.
Well, he's already got 27 points. Ridiculous every night. Bennett Cook, he's fouled and won, and wasn't the smartest contest there for Duke Shelton. We're just going to check in with that game in Plymouth. 76-84, a little bit of daylight between the City Patriots and the Newcastle Eagles. They've stayed with them the whole way, but just in the 3 minutes remaining in that one, I'm sure they will try their best to hold on to their home advantage and get back into the game. As Bennett Cook is back on the free throw line, gets the friendly bounce on that play to make it a 3-point play for the Sharks.
84-76 in both games now. It looked like Defoe got away with a little slap on the wrist over in that other game, but Sheffield with 2 really good possessions to start this quarter. Both ball screens with Bennett Cook, both layups. That looks like to be the formula.
What's happened here? We got a kid on the court. He just wants to play too. He said, "Mommy, if Teddy Allen can do it, I can do it as well. I got my Jordan jersey on. I'll take anybody on."
12 years of professional basketball. I don't think I've ever once seen that. Shout out to that little fella. He's getting ready for the big time.
Yeah, I'm just glad he didn't get hurt. That's all I'm glad for, you know. Maybe he could have tried and run through a screen of Bennett Cook or someone. It could have been different. Right, back to the action then.
Listen, he heard that DuckTales song during the break and decided he was ready to get busy, man.
Yeah.
I would do the same when I was a kid.
Yeah, Chuck-a-Duck is finished now, guys. Here is Teddy Allen. He's going to pull it from way down. Oh, my goodness. Stop it, Teddy. Just stop it.
Teddy Allen. Once you let a scorer get going, it's hard to stop that train. That is a tough shot. He pulled up from a step inside the logo. All smiles from Teddy Allen right now.
An all-star play from an all-star prospect. It's the all-star game. Check this out.
Game of basketball requires a high level of concentration, advanced physical skills, and a deep knowledge of strategy. It's also an unbeatable fun.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nothing beats unbeatable basketball.
Get it, boys.
Nothing beats high-flying dunks. Nothing beats three-pointer from deep. Wow! Woo. Nice. Nothing beats selecting your favorite players from the north and south. Nothing beats the best basketball entertainment. Watching the UK's best ballers. The sickest skills in the UK. It's the All-Star Game, baby. Unbeatable All-Stars. March 17th, London Copperbox. Woo!
Well, I'll be there. JT, you might be there joining us at the All-Star Game. Make sure the voting is now closed, and we're going to find out who are going to be in the game very soon. Make sure you stay locked into the British Basketball League social media accounts to find out. 30 points, 7 rebounds, 3 boards away. from getting his double-double on the night. He had 28 in the last game, wanted to go one further with 8 minutes left in the fourth.
2 points shy of that 200-point milestone that we talked about before the game. In just 8 games, Bennett Cook down on the block over that left shoulder. That's what he does. That's his patented little jump hook over the left shoulder. And here comes Teddy Buckets right back at him.
He must know about the record because he's going guns blazing in this game to get his points up. Here's Devell Ramsey. All alone, Devell Ramsey to the rim for 2. There was nobody home.
Teddy Allen has to be careful now here. He's hot, so you want to ride that hot hand, but that shot is a quick shot, and that's what got Leicester into trouble in the first half with some of those quick shots and Devell Ramsey getting in transition, getting easy buckets. So you have to be very responsible now with the type of shots that you take, especially without Kimball McKenzie on the floor.
Connor Washington trying to evade the defenders. He does just that. Duke Shelton inside, trying to find room, and referees travel violation is called. They agree on that. And we've seen that a couple times in this game. Duke Shelton just doesn't have the muscle to move Bennett Cook out of the way.
It's a mountain of a man. You know, if you get in that position, I think you really either got to go into an uphill DHO and maybe get somebody else involved. Because once you have to go up right there. Go right. Bennett Cook's arms are outstretched. If he goes right up into Bennett Cook's arms right there, it's going to be a foul because he's not straight up instead of trying to maneuver. So you got to be ready to catch and go straight up. But I want to shout out the officials there. That's the second time now that they haven't made a quick call. They've come together to get the call right.
Love from Jordan Taylor. We like to see it.
Listen.
Ratinho, Aitor Rock inside, and that's knocked away.
Listen, if you're doing great at something, I'm gonna show love, baby. You know what I'm saying? As simple as that. Simple as that.
Call it both ways. That's what we like to see.
Call it as I see it. 2
shots to come now for Aitor Rock. Let's check back in. As Newcastle Eagles, the game's pretty much done and dusted there. 78 to 90. Plymouth City Patriots couldn't hold on. The Newcastle Eagles have made the difference in that game, and that is behind 25 points from Ricky McGill. Could pick any one of those 3 guards to go off on the night. Larry Austin Jr., Jordan Johnson, anyone. Pick one. It's like they give you 3 cards at the beginning of the game. Pick one. Which one do you want to go off?
And you add in Taj Green and Josh Ward-Hibbert on the wings, and they really have a really formidable 5 guys right there, as well as the vet Defoe.
What's happening here?
Devell Ramsey putting crazy pressure on Connor Washington, forcing the turnover. And don't look just now, but Sheffield on a bit of a run, and they've got back in the game by playing aggressive defense, a couple quick shots from Leicester. But on the offensive side, they're attacking that high ball screen with Bennett Cook, and they're getting layups and easy baskets.
87 to 82, 6-0 run for Sheffield in the last minute or so. As you can see on the screen, here's Green here for 3. They needed that, but Bennett Cook, he's got the offensive boards and he's got the finish. And a timeout will be called at a pivotal moment for the Leicester Riders. Rob Paternostro is going to tell his team what's what, because he spoke about defense in his interview.
Spoke about defense and being patient on defense. And right there, part of being patient is finishing a possession. Possession's not finished until you get a defensive rebound. Right there, Bennett Cook beating up the offensive glass, getting the offensive rebound, putting it back. And if you're Leicester in that situation, you should probably foul Bennett Cook. You have 3 fouls early in the quarter, so you're close to the bonus and all that. But if you foul Bennett Cook, put a 59% free throw shooter on the line, you take your chances.
Well, I mean, as Jordan Taylor explains all of that, it seems so simple. But of course, when you're in the gameplay situation, it's very difficult sometimes to make those decisions. But is that what separates good players from great players? Players that are going to play at a mediocre level to the highest possible level?
It separates great teams from good teams. That's the difference between winning and losing sometimes. Right there, you give up 2 points. That 2 points might be its momentum. It's a part of the game where you send Bennett Cook to the line there and he misses 2 free throws. Now you're still up 5, as opposed to being up 3 and you're feeling really good about yourself, as opposed to Sheffield coming out being down 3. Mike Tuck's feeling really good about himself. He's feeling really good about himself. Exactly.
Let me tell you, I've been out on a night with Mike Tuck, and he can throw some moves. The Sheffield Sharks legend is in the building, and he might be the leader for their new ultra support section.
Is Mike Tuck working, or is he part of the stag? What you call it? The stag do? The stag do?
Yeah.
The stag do. Yeah.
Earlier on, you might have seen a young man partaking in some drinking activities, and apparently we've been informed reliably on social media, or unreliably, that he's actually celebrating his stag do. So whoever that individual is there, I hope you have a good one. And if Mike Tuck is part of your stag do, well, having a Sheffield Sharks legend in it can't be half bad. Definitely a story to tell from the best man at the wedding. Here come the Riders now. Look, they really need to assert themselves if they're going to stop Sheffield Sharks from getting back into this game or tying it up as Jaron Holmes throw it up there.
See the adjustment from Coach Paternostro, the run immediately insert Kimball McKenzie back into the lineup.
Malik Green there, not playing to the whistle.
He's played to the whistle, he lost the ball, and honestly, that's on Bennett Cook. Bennett Cook has to realize it's a 5-on-4 situation and not stand in the middle of the paint. Get to the dunker where you have guys coming downhill, and they can make, once your guy commits to the ball handler, then he can drop it to you for the layup. Bennett Cook has to move out of the way in that situation. Great pass.
Oh, Bennett Cook with a rejection. Sheffield Sharks get it back. Kimball McKenzie deserved better after that dime. Ratinho inside Bennett Cook. Looks at Jaron Holmes and says, "You're a little small, I'll try and get it over you." Misses, but Malik Green will clean up the play.
And Malik Green did exactly what Bennett Cook should have done. He was in the dunker. Bennett Cook got the shot, but because he was in the dunker, it's harder to box out on the shot when you're in the dunker as opposed to right under the rim. Gets the offensive rebound off the miss.
Riders in a dry spell at this moment in time. Jaron Holmes knocked away from his possession. Mo Walker, and that's a blocking foul called. Bennett Cook was almost on his way down as Mo Walker made the contact there.
Good call there by the official. Bennett Cook not quite in guarding position. I thought that was somewhat similar to the charge TJ Law drew on Kipper Nichols. I think they got it right from my estimation that time. I don't want to rain on Coach Paternostro's parade, but that pass from Kimball McKenzie behind the back of Bennett Cook was absolutely amazing. Mo Walker has to go finish. Samuel Idowu has to go finish that. But I believe they took that play from Ryan Schmidt in the London Lions last year. I don't want Coach Paternostro to be mad at me, but we used to call it circle.
You better hope that Leicester don't win, because when we have that end of game coaches interview, even if they lose, we're going to get him on interview. We're going to have to talk about that.
I want to know. It's a great play. It's a little bit of a weave action into a high ball screen. Forces a lot of switches.
You never know. But, you know, he might have done it before. Ryan Schmidt might have taken it from Rob. You never know.
He might have. We're going to
find out today, that's for sure.
Listen, Coach Paternostro is one of the best in the British Basketball League. We have tremendous respect for him. It shows up in their stats. It shows up in the way they play basketball. They're extremely efficient, extremely smart. And a lot of that has to do with coaching.
Well, DeVille Ramsey there creating separation between him and the defender for two. It's a tie ball game. Who would have thought it? You know, Sheffield led by 12, Leicester led by 11. We're back to all square here in the fourth and final quarter. Under 5 minutes to play. Idowu tries to get up there to slam it home. No good. Sheffield ball. Their fans are up on their feet.
Samuel Idowu having a tough time this half around that rim on the putbacks. A little bit of a ill-advised shot from Kimball McKenzie right there. Quick shot, contested.
Ramsey throws on up Bennett Cook. He's there to clean up for the Sheffield Sharks. Bennett Cook, he is listed as captain on the sheet. He is 12 and 10, double-double. Idowu misses the reverse. Mo Walker tied up with Bennett Cook there. Bennett Cook feels a little hard done by. Referee blows the whistle on the court. And that will be foul number 4 for Bennett Cook. You don't want to go anywhere. This is going to be a wonderful finish of the game. Join us right after the break.
Here it comes, Deverl Ramsey getting in the paint. Great defense by Teddy Allen, but who else? Bennett Cook on the offensive glass. Coach Paternostro thought that he pushed. He was signaling for a push, but Bennett Cook has 2 big offensive rebounds. 14 and 10 in the game for him right now. He's really led the comeback for Sheffield.
Well, I was going to mention that. He's had a wonderful second half. You can't be fooled by the stat sheets. Malik Green, he had 15 points in the first. He's only scored 4 points. He's had a couple of big rebounds for the Sharks, but it has been Bennett Cook making the difference, making the plays. That's why they're back in this game.
And the other thing about pick and roll, when you play pick and roll and you put pressure on the opposing big, as Sheffield Sharks feel like they forced that miss from Mo Walker, at 87% free throw shooter. When you play pick and roll, the big has to re-engage the other big man, which allows him to get position for the offensive rebound. But again, Kipper Nichols misses the mid-range jumper. That's the foul that we talked about, the foul Bennett Cook committed on the offensive rebound against Mo Walker. You take that foul, Mo Walker's an 87% free throw shooter. He goes 1 or 2 and you still have the lead. Those are the fouls that can separate winning from losing at times.
The insights and thoughts of Jordan Taylor here in the British Basketball League Championship commentary. That's Kimball McKenzie from the corner. That will get the Riders fans loud and proud.
Kimball McKenzie and Teddy Allen switching roles on that one. Teddy Allen making the play. Kimball McKenzie knocking down the shot. He had a big fourth quarter against Caledonia, and he's always there for Leicester when they need a big shot.
Green forces that shot up there, not what Sheffield needed on that play. They needed a solid response.
No reason for that shot at all. Coach Paternostro went zone. Teddy Allen down the lane. Couldn't quite finish. Bennett Cook ready to check in after the quick break. But Leicester went back to this zone that Sheffield has struggled with at times. And they're forcing shots now.
Kipper Nichols hasn't really had the chance to get himself going. And this pivotal point of the game, Coach Atiba, you've got to recognize your hot players, right, and get them in.
Yeah, Bennett Cook was sucking air, though. He needed a break, so it's a quick one. Obviously, he's getting them right back in.
Foul is called here. 2 shots to come now. Jaron Holmes will go to the line.
Coach Lyons, I think, just trying to survive without Bennett Cook. Tough foul there. Smart play by Jaron Holmes. The one thing that it did provide, at least on the defensive end, allows you to switch everything. You saw Leicester was a little confused about who to attack there with Bennett Cook off the floor.
And here he is, back onto the floor, hopefully trying to see this game out for the Sheffield Sharks. I know plenty of their fans will be watching this live. As Jaron Holmes is on the line, knocks down the first of 2. Chance to put Leicester in the lead by 4. And that means that they're not going to be safe until create some further separation between these 2 teams. Stops on the other end are required for Leicester. But you can't count Sheffield out. And so it's like pausing the game here. I think they might have started the clock before anybody touched the ball. Old school trick there of just rolling the ball on the floor to save yourself a little bit of time, JT, you know. Yeah, it's got to be done. It's for moments exactly like these.
For sure.
And they got helped out there because they brought them all the way up the court as well.
Helped out a little bit, and there you go. I was just gonna say, Sheffield has gone to their zone offense against that 2-3 zone. Just stay in your man offense. Stay in things where you can screen the high guy. You'll get wide open shots as Deverl Ramsey knocks down the pull-up. Great screen by Jordan Routinho.
McKenzie double tap on the crossover. Skips it across. TJ Lal, Teddy Allen. Great block from Kipper Nichols. Teddy Allen, Euro step. Lal, he jumps. He draws the defender. He draws Ramsey in. And now he's going to go to the line for 2 shots there. Great recognition from Lal.
Great recognition from Lal to get him off his feet. Great block by Kipper Nichols. Great pass from Kimball McKenzie. Great extra pass from Jaron Holmes. That's high-level basketball on both sides. One thing to watch out for, Bennett Cook has 4 fouls, so when he stepped up there, he was a little apprehensive. Leicester should attack him every time. But again, great foul. Put TJ Lal on the line. He's 71% on the season. Make him earn it.
Well, Deverl Ramsey also has 4 fouls now in this game for the Sheffield Sharks. Missed the second wide open layup, though. You've got to box out the shooter.
You see the disgusting Coach Lyons' face. You have to box out the shooter. Great job by TJ Lowe to get his own rebound. Great awareness.
5-point game, just over 2 minutes to go. Aitor Rock was eyeing up the triple. Now Ratinho looks to the corner, Kipper Nichols, and he steps out of bounds.
Oh, that's a tough break from Kipper Nichols. Hasn't really found his rhythm tonight, but RJ Idlerock tried. He had the advantage on the screen and roll with Bennett Cook, and he stopped at the three-point line to try and shoot it. He has to stay downhill there, put pressure on the Leicester bigs and allow Bennett Cook to get position underneath.
Ratinho's gone to the bench here. Nichols has got 3 turnovers to his name. Make that 4 turnovers now. As the ball goes into the hands of Lal. Here is Holmes. Now with McKenzie. Uses the screen. There's a big roll there from Idowu. He's got plenty of room. Can they find him? Nearly. Idowu does find it. And the bucket is good in heaps of space underneath the bucket.
Idowu praying to the heavens. He finally got a layup to go this half. Been struggling. But there's that weave play again. The dribble handoff weave into a little stack action as Teddy Allen commits the foul. Not a terrible foul there to stop Sheffield from turning the corner, but that weave play into a stack action is so hard to guard. Everybody's switching, bodies are moving, and the next thing you know, you get a scorer like Teddy Allen setting the back screen for the screener. Has to be maximum communication on the defensive end. 2 guys ran to Teddy Allen, left Idowu open for a layup.
Well, I know there's a lot of British Basketball League fans out there who are sitting at home with a coaching board trying to draw out what Jordan Taylor says every single time he gives us analysis. Maybe we should give you a coaching board, a little camera, and you could draw it out for everybody as well. Here is Kimball McKenzie. He goes downhill. Kimball McKenzie all the way to the left hand. Top play, Kimball McKenzie, the captain, when it matters.
And it matters most. You're going to put the ball in the hands of Kimball McKenzie.
And another great block there from Lal. A fight for possession on the floor. It's a kickball violation. And Leicester Riders ball. They put 100 points past them in their last game, but Sheffield only managed 73 points in that one. They've got 92 in this game. 57.7 on the clock. Kimball McKenzie straight to the bucket with confidence, with poise. Composure at the rim for the captain.
Kimball McKenzie is deceptively quick, and with the game on the line, he has no fear. He wants the ball in his hands. He's made every play and every shot for Leicester here in the last minute and a half.
Well, the DJ, good friend of mine, David Waite, former Birmingham Bullets player. His name is DJ Waite. This is a tradition at Leicester Riders when it comes to the closing moments of the game. For some random reason, they play Zorba the Greek song, but they've played it for years, and they get behind it. And this is helping to build the atmosphere towards the end of this game. Look, 57.7 on the clock. It's a 9-point game. What are you doing here now, Jordan Taylor?
Well, you want to put the ball in one of your best ball handlers. You see Jalen Pipkins in the game to Braun Ramsey. You want to get something going downhill with them with an option to get a 3-point shot on a spray out. You want to get a quick layup, and if they give you the 3, you're going to take that. So you're going to see maybe a high ball screen with Bennett Cook, with maybe a hammer action or a flare screen to the corner or something like that to get a quick shot. And T, I'm not going to lie to you. I have no idea what the Zorba the Greek song is.
Well, listen, you're just going to have to go to some sort of Greek special occasion. Sometimes they play it there. And then also you're going to have to just go and watch a Leicester Riders game and wait till it gets close down to the 4th quarter. And the DJ drops that track.
I'm going to call Yasin Tranos and tell him to take me to a Greek wedding.
Yeah.
Yasin Tranos.
Well, ball into play here. Sheffield Sharks looked like they were trying to foul, but they haven't done that. As off the ball, Malik Green, and well, Riders are doing a great job of moving the ball here, and the foul is not coming as quickly as they'd like. Some valuable seconds off the clock there. In fact, 12 or just under 12 seconds in total, and it is team foul trouble. So now the Leicester Riders go to the line, and we play this game. Jordan Taylor.
Yeah, this might be a long game for the Sheffield Sharks. The Leicester Riders are #2 in free throw percentage this season. To add on to the bent rim, now there seems to be a hole in the net. See, this is home court advantage at its finest right here. Shooting the ball through the net, literally.
Yeah, that's it right there.
New definition of a swish.
Well, listen, Teddy Allen ripped the rims with those triples. I'm sure they won't be complaining as long as it goes through the hoop. The Riders will see this one out. I'm sure their fans will be happy. Ratinho goes baseline. Quick, nice 2-point shots there and a quick foul straight away. Teddy Allen now goes to the free throw line. His chance to add to his points tally. Remember, he's got 30 points, 11 rebounds and 5 assists and a steal in this game. We're also going to be thinking about our player of the game very, very shortly. Devell Ramsey on that foul will be fouled out of the game. Don't forget, let us know in the YouTube comments if you're watching there who you think the player of the game should be, or get involved with us on social media at British Basket M on X and at British Basketball League across all other social media platforms, wherever you're watching in the world. We want to know your thoughts as Teddy Allen adds to his points tally, and Devell Ramsey having a few choice words behind the towel as Aitor Rock, way off target, and the crowd describes that one.
27 of 30 from the free throw line for Leicester on the night. Turned the Sheffield Sharks over 7 times in the second half. Sheffield averages 11 on the season per game.
Teddy Allen, and the basket is good. One shot to come. Stat packing at this point. That's a chance now to get to 35 points personal. Well, we missed it on the last play. Your stat, JT, that's 200 points for Teddy Allen in 8 games.
200 points in 8 games, now going on 203 right there. Just an incredible scoring output from Teddy Allen. 35, 11, and 5 tonight. Only 1 turnover, 50% from the field, 44 from 3, and 100 from the line. Does not get much better than that.
Well, I'm looking forward to the post-game interview with Rob Paternostra at this point, because we can ask about that play. And here is Teddy Allen with the rebound. And it looks like he will just dribble this one out. And credit to the Sheffield Sharks for giving us a great entertaining evening. They put on a show today, and despite the loss, things are positive for the Sheffield Sharks moving forward for their upcoming fixtures.
Very positive for them. If they can play like that and put the, they weren't able to put 2 halves together. Only 37 points in the second half, but a really valiant first half, and it looks like they figured some things out.
Well, let's find out who your player of the game was then, Jordan Taylor. Let us know who ruled the roost for you today.
I think everybody, no guesses tonight. 35, 12, and 5. Teddy Allen coming through big. Big, great team performance from Leicester tonight, but he led the comeback in the second half, specifically that third quarter, making tough shot after tough shot and being very wise with the ball.
100% from the free throw line, 11 for 11. He was 4 for 9 from downtown, 6 for 2 elsewhere in the field. In 33 minutes of action, reaching that milestone for the Leicester Riders and helping them to get over the line after putting in a 28-point performance last game. Surely that points per game average of 24 will go up after these last couple of games. Teddy Allen, what a player.
What a player, and you love to see great performances. Obviously, I'm a little biased at 35. I don't know where that's going to push him in terms of my guy Matt Morgan leading the league in scoring, so he might have to slow it down, or I'm going to start force-feeding Matt the ball here soon. But really, really outstanding performance from Teddy, man. He, like you said, tough shot after tough shot. And when you can make shots like that and perform with that efficiency, you only see that amongst really high-level players.
Well, as you can see there, he's the player of the game for the Leicester Riders team as well. And shortly we will be hearing from Teddy Allen and hearing his thoughts on today's game and how important that victory was and his performance was for the Leicester Riders as they continue their charge up the table. And I think we are ready with Teddy Allen now. Teddy, it's Tahir and Jordan Taylor here from the British Basketball League, my friend. Wow, 28 against Caledonia, and now you had the kahunas to put up 35, 12, and 5 tonight. How does it feel?
It feels great just to get a win with my team. Gotta give glory to God, glory to my Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm just happy we got the dub here at home.
Well, of course, there was many lead changes within the game. The Sheffield Sharks, they started out really well. What was the changing point for you in the game?
defend. We had to defend. You know, you're not going to win too many games giving up 57 points in a half. We just had to lock in and play defense, and that's what we did in the second half. Proud of my guys.
Teddy, Jordan Taylor here, man. Great game tonight. You're talking about defending, but we know as Hoopers, man, there's no solution for getting a bucket. So what are you telling yourself, you know, when you're getting hot like that? Sometimes, you know, you shot one air ball, but you came right back. What are you telling yourself? That's a lot of pressure as a scorer to do that every night. So how do you prepare for that mentally and physically?
Pressure's a privilege, you know. Happy that my team leans on me in those moments, and, you know, just try to deliver for them as much as I can. Glory to God.
Well, congratulations. You got another question?
I have one more question. We got to talk
it.
to a superstar, man. Yo, what is the relationship like with Coach Paternostro? What does he tell you when he gives you that green light? Does he talk to you about the responsibility of the team and taking what type of shots, or what are the conversations you guys have?
Man, I mean, a lot of trust, you know. Coach really never really got on me for a shot before, to be honest. You know, he just wants me to play my game. He trusts me in those moments, and I can do nothing but thank him and be appreciative to have a coach like that.
Well, quoting Jordan Taylor, a green light, it's fluorescent. That's what he said. So congratulations, Teddy, on the victory, and I hope you have a good game.
So appreciate it, guys.
Great job, man.
Well, let's take a look then at some stats for you at the end of this game. 108-94, the final score. Riders putting points on the board, but so did Sheffield. Let's take a look here then, Jordan Taylor.
Again, you saw Sheffield 21-15 in rebounds in the first half. Leicester out-rebounded them 28-15 in the second half for 7 Sheffield turnovers, which is almost double their average per half. And then they got it going at the three-point line. A lot of that was Teddy Allen making tough shots, but they only had, I believe, 11 assists at the first half, 22 in the second half, 22 assists on 35 field goals. That's really good ball movement.
28 free throws as well. That's got to count for a lot.
28 free throws. I'm glad you pointed that out as well. That's what they do. They get to the line, third best rate in the league, and they convert at the second best rate. But again, as we mentioned, there's no answer for that. Right to left, step back. You can't draw that up on a clipboard. You can't plan for it. And then the same thing with a guy right here, baseline photo from Jaron Holmes.
I mean, he had 19 points, 6 assists tonight, 6 for 9 from the field. Real tough game for him as well.
Tough game for him. Samuel Idowu had 15-9. Kimball McKenzie had 15-5. It just got overshadowed by a monster performance from Teddy Allen. Duke Shelton was up on that rim, getting antsy, got the tongue out. He's feeling good, man. We need to get him more dunks because I like the celebrations. But it was all Teddy Allen on his Steph Curry stuff from a step inside half court.
He broke the net on that play, and from then on, we were seeing the ball go straight through the net. Devell Ramsey tried his best to get his team back into the game. He had 12 points, 4 assists, and eventually fouled out. We also got to talk about Bennett Cook as well, Jordan.
Bennett Cook was huge in the second half. He's big on the glass, had 2 big offensive rebounds on that comeback where they cut the lead from 88, or took the lead on an 11-0 run from Sheffield. There's one of the big offensive rebounds. In the second half, Malik Green got shut down. 15 first half points, only 4 in the second half. And it was just tough. They didn't have an answer. Teddy Allen, when they went too high on the screen, he's going to make a play. He's going to find Kimball McKenzie. That's something that he's going to have to do more and more for Leicester to have success. And then at the end of the game, as we mentioned, Kimball McKenzie put the ball in his hands and let the general do his thing.
The captain making big plays for the Leicester Riders, but also the shot caller, Mr. Coach Rob Paternostro. Well, we have to say it from the beginning. It's not the Sheffield we really seen this season, but they were out and running 17 fast break points. Did that surprise you?
Yeah, it did. I mean, I thought that they were really shooting the ball well, too. You know, we struggled to guard them in the first half, and I think we went in at halftime, changed a couple things up, but we knew that, you know, if we were in the game with them playing like that the second half could be ours. I thought second half we were better defensively, definitely.
We did see moments of the patience on defense and moments where you capitalize and moments where they just broke through. Bennett Cook had a major second half for them. But of course, we can't talk about this victory without talking about the 35 points and 12 rebounds, 5 assists from Teddy Allen. He was very humble in his post-game interview and spoke about the team on the whole, and they were finding him.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he was awesome tonight, right? I mean, some of those shots are incredible. We do draw those up, Jordan, though. We do draw those plays up.
Yeah, all right.
But no, he was awesome. And, you know, he had the 2 quick fouls, remember, too. So we rode it with him for a while. He did a good job of staying out of foul trouble. But, man, he is worth the price of admission, no doubt.
What's been the key on this big win streak? 7 out of 8. For me, Kimball McKenzie, talk about what it's like to coach him and Teddy Allen.
Yeah, I mean, Kimball's been awesome. I mean, it's not just about what he does with points and assists and handling the ball. He's such a leader every day in practice. And, you know, his leadership over the last, month and a half has been exceptional. And, great to coach. Teddy's great to coach. Just wind him up and let him go. He doesn't get tired. He's a guy that feels like he can make any shot on the floor, and you got to just let him roll with it. And more times than not, he comes through. Before we let you go real quick, that weave action into the high pick and roll. Is that your play? Because we ran that last year. We called it circle into the Spain action.
I said it was yours first.
That's our play, man. We've been running that for about 11 years.
That's what I
mean, you guys got that one from us, man.
I was in here trying to take credit for it, man.
I told him, Rob. I told him. Well, congratulations, Coach Rob, on your victory. Well done.
Awesome, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Well, let's take a look at the results of fixtures there. I told you, JT. Anyway, 84-75, Caledonia with a victory against Surrey Scorchers. Plymouth City Patriots couldn't hold on at home. Newcastle Eagles with another victory. Leicester Riders 108-94. What a great game against the Sheffield Sharks. Saturday, Surrey Scorchers take on the Manchester Giants. A big game towards the nether regions of the league. Bristol Flyers take on the London Lions. A victory for the Lions and a loss for the Cheshire Phoenix at 6 o'clock on Sunday against the Caledonia Gladiators will hand London Lions their first piece of silverware of the season after Cheshire took it away from them last time. Plymouth City Patriots will play against the Riders at 3 o'clock on Sunday as well. Let's take a look at the standings now. It's all very, very close. Riders move into 14-11 and their 4th position in the standings. 15-10 for Caledonia Gladiators in 3rd. Sheffield Sharks 11-14, tied with Bristol. Surrey Scorchers hot on both of their heels at this moment in time. The league is heating up, JT.
The league is heating up, and someone is going to get cut out of that semifinal matchup. Before the season, we expected Newcastle to be this. You always expect the Rob Paternostro coach team to be where they're at. Cheshire and Caledonia has really been the darlings and the surprises, so they've been playing well. You got those 2 juggernauts coming along. It's going to be a really interesting finish.
And very quickly, your final thoughts on tonight's game. I mean, it wasn't what we expected. The Sheffield came out, they ran the floor, they took the game to the Riders.
Well, Sheffield, that second half against us, they started to find a rhythm. They brought it into this game, lost it in that second half, but they have something to build on now. They're healthy, and if you're Leicester and you're Kimball McKenzie and Teddy Allen, you're feeling really good. You're peaking at the right point of the season, and I think it'll be a fun finish.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. The British Basketball League Championship fixture between the Leicester Riders as they took victory against the Braun Sheffield Sharks. My name's Tahi Hajat, alongside Jordan Taylor, and we'd love to have you with us next time.